What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Vikings franchise gameplay. For those of you that are new to the channel, man, go ahead and do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. I post a lot of franchise gameplays on this channel, not only the Minnesota Vikings, but also the Washington football team. Plus, we're starting to close in on my goal that I had for this channel. We're so close to 100 subscribers. Do me that huge favor, man. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications. But for those of you that have been following this franchise for a while now, it is now week number 14, and our Minnesota Vikings are about to put their undefeated record on the line for what you could say is probably the second best team that we've faced, probably the first most talent, the number one most talented team that we're about to face, the Mexico City Golden Eagles, who have the number two seed in the AFC. And if you're anything like I was when I saw this team come up, I was like, who the heck is this team? Like, what NFL team was this that ended up getting relocated? It's basically the Kansas City Chiefs. So I say just the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, they're not like one of the best teams in the league. But if you do remember, Kansas City Chiefs ended up trading Tyreek Hill to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So at least I don't have to worry about him right now. I just have to worry about him once it comes time for playoffs and I end up facing the Buccaneers again. But yeah, we're going to be basically playing up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Have everybody except for Tyreek Hill on the team, but Mecole Hardman, I see why he traded him away now. And we also have to face up against our old friend Mike Evans. But Mecole Hardman is the guy that we had to focus on stopping. Checking out his stats, you see he is an X factor. 98 freaking speed. Oh my god. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a problem, but it's all good. We'll figure something out here. Defensive game plan going into this game is just going to be a carry on from what we figured out in the second half up against the New Orleans Saints. A lot of man-to-man defense. Our corners and safeties and everybody else just seem to be locked down, so we're just going to stick with that. Quick statement here. I promised my guy Thomas Vandenberg that we were going to wear the color rush jerseys for this game. Tried to do it. Madden said otherwise. So maybe next week's game up against Chicago, I will try to put the color rush jerseys on just for you, my guys. But here we are, 1st and 10 on defense. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is able to fight forward for a gain of 9 yards up to the 34-yard line. 2nd and 1, Patrick Mahomes drops back to throw, looking to go deep for Mecole Hardman, and Anthony Brown in the vicinity, able to knock that one away. Probably should have gone for the interception there. Brown, he was in really good position. He might have been able to get the interception there, but on 3rd and 1, Patrick Mahomes ends up completing the pass underneath to his tight end, gets the first down all the way across the 50 to the 48-yard line, keeping the sticks moving, keeping this drive alive for the Golden Eagles. But they hand the ball off on 1st down to Edwards-Helaire, and he goes nowhere. Ends up going backwards for a loss of 3 on the play, bringing up a 2nd and 13. Patrick Mahomes making a whole bunch of adjustments. The play clock is starting to tick down under 5 seconds, and he's going to go ahead and burn his first time out here of the first half, making a whole bunch of adjustments. I'm surprised that he didn't get the false start penalty going there. 2nd and 13 ends up finding Travis Kelce, not quite to the 1st down, but gets him to a 3rd and more manageable here from the 40-yard line. Mahomes drops back to throw, looking and finding Travis Kelce once more, who gets across the 1st down marker to the 35-yard line. Another 1st down, but on 1st and 10, he's hit hard in the backfield. Patrick Mahomes drops the ball. It's recovered by Montez Sweat. And the Minnesota Vikings defense has come up with a huge turnover on their first possession, or their first drive. Bringing this offense back onto the field, bringing the offense onto the field for the first time. Handoff goes to 1st down on Dalvin Cook, goes pretty much nowhere. 2nd and 14, McNeil ends up finding Justin Jefferson, who gets a huge catch there, gaining 7 yards there on 2nd down. 3rd and 7, McNeil ends up finding Tajay Sharp in the flats, who makes the catch and gets all the way up to the 36-yard line for Vikings 1st down. Bradley McNeil is going to have to do a lot better job this game than he has in recent years. We got to get the turnovers down. Bradley McNeil has thrown 30 touchdowns, but has kind of been overshadowed by the recent interceptions. He's now up to 22 interceptions on the year, so definitely got to get those interception numbers down. 3rd and 5 here, though, from the 31-yard line. Vikings running hurry-up offense. Bradley McNeil changing the play up at the line of scrimmage, going to hand this ball off to the player of the week, Dalvin Cook, and he gets stonewalled, stopped right at the line of scrimmage there. 4th and 3, we call on the kicker, and Jake Elliott cannot get the field goal. Oh, my gosh. That turnover from Montez Sweat ends up leading to 0 points. Hate to see that happen. 1st and 10, play action for Patrick Mahomes. Rolls to his right, hit as he's throwing, and ends up getting that ball off to Mike Evans somehow, someway. I thought I had an interception there, but Patrick Mahomes says otherwise. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Mahomes drops back to throw, looking to go deep. Has a wide open Mecole Hardman, who just burned the man coverage there. Gets into the end zone from 39 yards out, and the Golden Eagles are the first to grace the scoreboard here. Just a blown coverage there by me. I was supposed to be there in that deep blue. I was supposed to be over top of Hardman, but I was kind of expecting my pressure to come through a little bit faster than what it did, but it didn't come through at all. So, yeah, that kind of sucked there. 2nd and 5 here from the 30-yard line. Offense back on the field here, trying to see if we can get the drive going and get into the end zone. Don't want to rely on Jake Elliott, who has really struggled in recent weeks here. 1st and 10, handoff goes to Dalvin Cook, and Dalvin Cook is in open space, showing why he is so dangerous, why he earned that Player of the Week honors last week against the Saints. Gets into the end zone for his first touchdown of the day. The Vikings have now answered the 7 points put up on the board by the Golden Eagles. Kind of bittersweet, though, because we should have a 3-point lead, but, yeah, Jake Elliott is just struggling. 1st and 10, handoff goes to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, trying to see if he's able to pull off a miracle run like Dalvin Cook was able to. Only able to go for 2 yards. 2nd and 8, ends up going down to their backup tight end. Patrick Mahomes ends up completing that pass all the way up to the 41-yard line for another Mexico City first down. Under pressure there, try to set up the screen, and Eric Kendricks read that, jumping the pass that was intended for Travis Kelce, and returns it all the way into the end zone for another Vikings touchdown. This Vikings defense is coming up with a couple of big plays. Already had the forced fumble that we ended up recovering. Now a pick 6 return for a touchdown. Defense is stepping up here early, and I like it, man. We're still here in the first half with 5 minutes left. Patrick Mahomes trying to drive his ball down the field, rolls out to his right. Can't find anybody, decides to take off, and is helped out of bounds by Danielle Hunter. Big hit after he gains 5 yards there. 2nd and 5, Patrick Mahomes drops back to throw. Looking to go deep, can't find anybody, rolls the pocket to his right to try to buy time, and ends up making a smart decision and throwing this ball away. 3rd and 5 now from the 30-yard line. Mahomes drops back to throw once more. Hit as he's throwing that ball, and ends up throwing it directly to Eric Kendricks, who's already on fire. Eric Kendricks isn't dropping in those when he has his X Factor going. The Vikings take over possession with the ball with the 7-point lead already from the 47-yard line. Jet sweep here with Justin Jefferson. Try to turn the corner, and he's just unable to do so. Dalvin Cook kind of missed the block there. 2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line. McNeil drops back to throw, looking to go deep. Ends up finding Tajay Sharp, who gets position on the Honey Badger, making that catch. Gets tackled all the way down at the 12-yard line. Vikings are now inside the red zone. 1st and 10, throw goes to Dalvin Cook. Makes the catch, gets down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and 4, Bradley McNeil trying to find a way to get his team into the end zone here. Runs the jet sweep to Adam Thielen, who's able to get the first down and fight his way across the goal line into the end zone, extending the Vikings lead all the way up to 14 points early here in the first half. Unable to make the field goal. Jake Elliott is just struggling, though, man. It's like, come on now. That's 4 points that you done left on the board for us, Jake Elliott. You got to get it together. It's late in the season. We need you come playoff time. 1st and 10, Patrick Mahomes drops back to throw. After throwing 2 interceptions already, been a rough first half, and is not getting any better as he's under pressure there, forced to throw that ball away or take the sack. 2nd and 10, looking to go deep, ends up finding Clyde Edwards-Helaire across the middle, picks up a first down for the Golden Eagles up to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 35, running the jet sweep here with Mecole Hardman, and he's unable to get anything going. Holton Hill all over him, stopping the speedy receiver before he's able to show off that 98 speed that we do not want to see, trust me. 2nd and 6, incompletion there. Looking for Travis Kelce, but great defense there, able to break that pass up. Brings up a 3rd and 6 now from the 39-yard line. 2-minute warnings approaching here in the fourth quarter. Patrick Mahomes forced to get rid of that one early, and that kind of probably bit him in the butt there. Montez Sweat providing the pressure, forced him to get that ball off quick to Edwards-Helaire, and he just was unable to avoid running out of bounds, and brings up a Golden Eagles punt here on 4th and 9. For whatever reason, TJ Green decided not to return that ball and just let it bounce all the way down to the 7-yard line. Dalvin Cook gets the call here on first down, ends up swerving the Golden Eagle here at the 30-yard line, and Dalvin Cook is off and running. Nobody's going to catch him. Dalvin Cook is gone 93 yards into the end zone, increasing the Vikings lead here to 20 points or 19 points for the moment. We need Jake Elliott to come through with another kick, and he does. But Dalvin Cook is definitely working on another Player of the Week honor as he just ran into the end zone for his second rushing touchdown and is well over 100 yards rushing. And we're not even out of the first half here. Patrick Mahomes and this Mexico City offense is definitely going to have to put something together. Their last 3 possessions have not been good for them, to say the least, as he's thrown 2 interceptions and they've gone 3 and out. 2nd and 4, he takes another sack. Montez Sweat coming through with another big sack there. 3rd and 11, Patrick Mahomes drops back to throw, looking, firing, ends up finding his wide receiver. Big throw there by Patrick Mahomes. That's why they pay him the big bucks down there in Mexico City, to make throws like that and to try to lead comebacks. But this Minnesota Vikings defense is one of the top defenses in the league. It's going to be difficult for them. It's not going to be easy task. 2nd and 2 here from the 50-yard line with 20 seconds left. Patrick Mahomes is under pressure once more. Montez Sweat coming free off the edge again. Gets his 2nd sack of the day. Patrick Mahomes calls hurry-up offense to try to spike the ball there with 2 seconds left. Probably should just go ahead and let that one die, man. I mean, 2 seconds left. You're on the wrong side of midfield. Just kind of try to fire one up here, see if he's able to get something, maybe a pass interference. But Anthony Harris is in the vicinity, knocks that ball away from Mecole Hardman before he's able to even attempt to catch that one. And the Vikings are going to go into the second half with the 20-point lead. And we could get the ball here. The Golden Eagles are going to start with the onside kick. Tajay Sharp gets it in an accidental jurtle. I'm just glad he did not. I'm lucky he didn't fumble the ball there. 1st and 10 after the onside kick. Handoff goes to the workhorse of the day, Dalvin Cook, as he's well over 160 yards on the ground. Better job here so far, though, by the Golden Eagles defense, as they're able to corral him, not allowing Dalvin Cook to get loose like he was in the first half. 3rd and 2, handoff goes to Dalvin Cook once more. He's able to fight forward, gaining just enough for the first down, keeping this second half drive alive for the Minnesota Vikings. Jet sweep here goes to Justin Jefferson. Gets a nice block there from Dalvin Cook. Justin Jefferson running up the sideline all the way down to the 8-yard line for a Minnesota Vikings 1st and goal here from the 8-yard line. Handoff goes to Alexander Madison, who's in to give Dalvin Cook a little bit of a break because he's been running his ass off. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Dalvin Cook right back in there, and he's into the end zone for another touchdown. Dalvin Cook's 3rd rushing touchdown of the day. Minnesota Vikings are really starting to run away with this game now as they increase the lead up to 27 points on the day. I'm not sure if it basically is Kansas City now. I'm not sure if these Golden Eagles are going to be able to fly their way back into this game anyway. Handoff goes to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who ends up losing a yard there on 1st down. Gets his number called again here on 2nd down. Strange play calling here from the Golden Eagles, starting with 2 runs back-to-back. 1st and 10 here from the 36-yard line, and they have the chew clock feature on. Starting to think that they just basically given up on this game, and yep, with another run, that's pretty much what they're saying. They have chew clock on. All they're doing is running the ball. Patrick Mahomes and company are just basically giving up on this game, down 27 points here. I mean, there's still a lot of time. Well, not anymore. There's not a lot of time as you got chew clock on. Taking a deep shot here, though, to Mecole Hardman. And, okay, are you trying to give up on the game? Are you trying to get back in the game? What are you doing? You're confusing me. Now has Patrick Mahomes' X Factor lit up. Clyde Edwards-Helaire gets the call. Holton Hill's able to stop him at the 8-yard line after he's able to pick up a gain of 5 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Edwards-Helaire's been getting his number called a lot on this drive, but hasn't really been producing as much as what Dalvin Cook has. 3rd and 5 gets his number called once more, stopped just short of the 1st down marker. Going to call hurry-up offense here from the 5-yard line. 4th and 2, Patrick Mahomes under center, and go ahead and back that one on up 5 yards as they get the false start penalty on the offensive lineman. 4th and 7, taking a shot to the end zone, finding Mecole Hardman in the back of the end zone for the 2nd touchdown of the day, his 2nd touchdown of the day also. And, I mean, the lead's down to 20 points. I mean, it's nowhere near start to say, hey, it's comeback season right now but it's not as bad as it was, I guess you could say. 1st and 10, running the Wildcat formation here with Dalvin Cook, see if he's able to break something, and he's unable to get much. I mean, I expect a lot more on those Wildcat formations with Dalvin Cook, but 8 yards is decent, though. 2nd and 2, handoff goes right back to Dalvin Cook once more, and we're just starting to milk this clock, too. I mean, if Kansas City or if the Golden Eagles want to get out of this game, who am I to force him to stick around? 3rd and inches, Dalvin Cook ends up picking up that 1st down, keeping the drive alive. We're now into the 4th quarter. That was fast. Handoff still staying with Dalvin Cook on the ground. This time, the defense is able to stop him for a loss of 3 yards on the play. Haven't been able to say that much for this Golden Eagles defense. Pass here from McNeil to C.J. Ham, and that pretty much goes nowhere, only gaining 2 yards back from the lost yardage from Dalvin Cook. 3rd and 11, Bradley McNeil drop back to throw, ends up making a big throw there, ends up finding his tight end, Irv Smith Jr. on the out route, gets across midfield or up to midfield to the 49-yard line, ends up going right back to Irv Smith Jr., who's able to get across midfield this time, down to the 40-yard line, and we don't have the shoot clock on now because we end up going out of bounds with Irv Smith Jr. Dropping back to throw with McNeil once more, ends up finding Adam Thielen underneath, making the catch down to the 35-yard line. 3 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Vikings still have this ball. Just want to keep milking this clock away. Handoff goes to Dalvin Cook. I mean, if they're not going to call timeouts or anything, they're not worried about getting in this game. We're just going to get it over with here. 2nd and 9, another Wildcat formation with Dalvin Cook, who is now up to 183 yards on the ground. I mean, Dalvin Cook doesn't need 200 yards, but I definitely would like to get him up to 200 yards on the day. Just really solidified the 3 touchdowns on the ground with 200 yards, but we're unable to do so. We end up calling on Jake Elliott for 4th and 8. And unlike his other opportunities, Jake Elliott connects on this field goal, increasing the Minnesota Vikings lead up to 23 points on the day. And with Patrick Mahomes and company with 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock, rather running the ball than trying to throw the ball to see if they're able to improve on this lead. This game is pretty much over here, but on 2nd and 8 here from the 27-yard line, Patrick Mahomes is going to chuck one up, the last one he is ever going to throw, as that one is intercepted there by Trey Deans at the 40-yard line. Minnesota's going to take over and just basically run the rest of this clock out, and that's going to do it, man. Our Minnesota Vikings are going to continue this undefeated season that they're having. I don't want to talk too much about it, though. I mean, in my mind, it doesn't mean anything unless we end the season with that Lombardi trophy. So leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe for more Vikings franchise gameplay. Subscribe for more Washington football team franchise gameplays, man. Like I said, we're closing in on our goal of 100 subscribers. Make sure you guys have post notifications turned on, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.
This crowd didn't expect this. No. So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one didn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Minnesota.